Today we're going to be looking at finding the elapsed time in a word problem. We're going to start with this problem. This problem says it is now 2 minutes to 10. What time will it be in 4 hours and 38 minutes? Write your answer using numbers and a colon. So I have to think about what I know. I know that it's 2 minutes to 10, and I know that I'm going 4 hours and 38 minutes. I'm going to start with this part right here. If it's 2 minutes to 10, that means it's not quite 10 o'clock yet. So it's 2 minutes before 10 o'clock, which would mean that we're going to start at 9:58. Now, we need to add 4 hours and 38 minutes. I'm going to start by adding 3 hours. If I add 3 hours to this, that puts me at 12:58. Now, I need to add one more hour, okay, and that would put me at 1:58, because remember, time starts over once you hit 12. The next step is to add 38 minutes. Now, I don't want to add 38 minutes because that would involve some regrouping. So I'm going to start by adding 2 minutes, which would put me at 2 o'clock. And since I used 2 minutes from 36, or 38, that would leave me with 36. So I'm going to add 36 more minutes, which would put me at 2:36. So, what time will it be in 4 hours and 38 minutes? It will be 2:36. Let's look at another example. Here we have a similar problem. It says Ryan started reading his book at 11:30. He finished 2 chapters in 35 minutes and then decided to go play outside. What time was it when Ryan stopped reading? So I know that he started at 11:30. I know that he read for 35 minutes. So I'm going to start with this, 11:30. I'm going to draw my line. And I'm going to need to add 35 minutes. But I don't want to add the whole 35 minutes. I'm going to split this up into 30 and 5. So I'm going to start by adding 30 minutes. 11:30 plus 30 minutes would put me at 12 o'clock. And then I need to add 5 more minutes. So plus 5 minutes. And that would put me at 12:05. So, what time was it when Ryan stopped reading? It was 12:05. Let's look at one more example. Alright, so here we have one that says Paul spent 2 hours and 45 minutes working on homework. If he started at 5:20, what time was it when he finished? So again, we have to think about what do we know. So what are the most important things in here? That's correct, that he spent 2 hours and 45 minutes working, and that he started at 5:20. Those are the two most important things. So I'm going to start my number line, and what's going to be my first time on my number line? That's correct, 5:20. So from 5:20, I need to add 2 hours and 45 minutes. How would you suggest I do this? That's correct. I would start by adding 2 hours. So 5 plus 2 hours would put me at 7:20. Then I need to add 45 minutes. I'm thinking I might should do something other than the whole 45 minutes. Exactly. I'm thinking of adding 40 and then 5. So if I add 40 minutes, that would put me at 8 o'clock. And then I need to add 5 minutes, which would put me at 8:05. So, what time was it when Paul was finished with his homework? 8:05. Alright, here's our last problem. It says Victor spent 2 hours and 15 minutes reading a book. If he started reading at 1:35, what time was it when he finished? I want you to pause the video and see if you can solve this on your table really quick before you listen to how I solve it. Okay, so let's compare some math and see if you got the same answer as I did. So, I know that Victor started at 1:35. I know that he read 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I would start my number line at 1:35, and then I'm going to need to add 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm going to start by adding 2 hours. 2 hours would put me at 3:35. Then I'm going to need to add 15 minutes. I'm going to break apart this 15 minutes into 10 and 5. So if I add 5 minutes, that would put me at 3:40. And then if I added 10 minutes, that would put me at 3:50. So what time was it when Victor finished? It was 3:50.